Now on CoastTV News.
We saw some showers and thunderstorms overnight, but now we're clearing out with those storms moving offshore. And we're looking at a nice end to the week with another system bringing a wintry mix on Saturday with a yellow alert for messy conditions. Details coming up.
5 Points Focus, how DelDOT is ranking its priorities for the fix to coastal highways traffic issues.
Action on illegal immigration as the Trump administration says it is going after violent criminals, but why some in the Delmarva Hispanic community say they are living in the fear of deportation.
Blood test battle, what is being debated in the Maryland General Assembly that could change the investigations into deadly car crashes.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
And good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. It is Friday, February 7th, 2025.
Super Bowl in New Orleans, win or lose, I think a fine place to be for Eagle fans making that trip.
You said you've been to New Orleans?
I've been to New Orleans a couple times. Not recently,
been.
but I was once when I was of drinking age, so I had a good time.
Wow. One of my friends went for Mardi Gras. She said it was a great time. So it'd be a fun place to visit. But the Super Bowl, I'm excited. I think everyone always has fun, but I don't know, if you lose, you don't. But Bob, we're going to bring you in right now. It's probably a good weekend to stay inside and watch football.
I would think so. I think the best time to stay inside would probably be later Saturday when we're expecting a wintry mix of precipitation at that time. Actually improving weather for Sunday as we're getting ready for the big game. But we had some thunder boomers come through this morning. Salisbury, Delmar, Millsboro, areas south of Highway 9. We had some heavier rain and some lightning. But now that system has moved offshore as a cold front is beginning to sweep through Delmarva right now. And then that'll bring in drier air and breezier conditions as we go into the afternoon. Out the door, temperatures not bad into the 40s to 50 in Ocean City, 45 in Georgetown, 45 in Milton right now. And the winds are light from the northwest now, but they'll be picking up throughout the day as we're looking at temperatures slowly rising through the 40s. Here's noon, a mix of sun and clouds in mid 40s. Some places could touch 50 this afternoon, but most of us in the upper 40s, and then breezy and colder into this evening. For the kiddos off to the bus stop, they might be splashing in some puddles, and it could be a little wet out there to start. A cool start, 44 degrees. And then heading home, still chilly, but it will be drier and breezy and 48.
Thank you, Bob. New this morning, debate in the Maryland General Assembly over a bipartisan bill that deals with deadly car crashes. It would require drivers who are involved in an accident that results in the death or a life-threatening injury to another person to submit to breath and blood testing for impaired driving. Lower Shore State Senator Mary Beth Carrozza is one of the bill's sponsors. This afternoon's hearing takes place in the Judicial Proceedings Committee.
Also new this morning, Maryland State Police say they are increasing efforts this Super Bowl weekend. Troopers are attempting to deter aggressive drivers, and according to the state police, all 23 of its state barracks will be on alert along all major roadways. On the Eastern Shore, troopers will focus on routes 50 and 13.
In Delaware, it was just a few weeks ago that DelDOT held a meeting with Sussex County officials about the 5 Points intersection in Lewis. It's long been one of the pain points when traveling on Coastal Highway. If you know, you know. Especially during the summer season, and that is why DelDOT is working on a multi-phase project designed to improve traffic flow. It's a project that people seem to have some opinion on, good or bad.
I think it could get better. You know, I mean, yeah, it should get better. I mean, it's hard to say. Also, we're not having as much influx in the summers we used to. You know, it's starting to be pretty busy year-round, so. Yeah, I think as we get more used to the changes, it'll be okay.
Yeah, DelDOT says they continue to focus on smaller projects first of this overall plan.
Ocean Pines plans to add new electric signs to the town, similar to that sign you see right here at the north entrance. The new signs will be informational messages for the Ocean Pines community, and the Ocean Pines Association plans to add signs at Macklin Creek Road and Cathel Road near the future.
We're just over a month into the new terms of the president, members of Congress, and statewide elected officials, and now we're learning that the woman holding one of the top positions in Delaware is already gearing up for 2026. Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings announced that she will seek a third term. Looking ahead, Delaware's primary election is September 15th, 2026. Election day will be Tuesday, November 3rd of that same year.
Recently confirmed immigration and customs enforcement activity in our area has some people worried, especially in Georgetown. You'll see an immigrant man who asked Coast TV to protect his identity. Jose, the name we are using to identify him, immigrated from Guatemala to the first state 5 years ago. Now Jose is living in fear due to recent ICE activity in our area, but he says this doesn't stop him.
El miedo a veces nos hace no salir.
Fear sometimes makes us not go out and not continue working, but we continue working to fight and give the daily bread to our family.
Georgetown police is making it very clear that regardless of the recent ICE activity, people shouldn't stop seeking help when a crime has been committed. They say they are there for everyone, regardless of their socioeconomic or immigration status. And thousands of illegal immigrants were arrested during the first 2 weeks of the new Trump administration. In a post to X on Tuesday, the Department of Homeland Security said federal officials have arrested more than 8,700 illegal immigrants and deported nearly 6,000 people from 121 countries.
According to data, an average of more than 600 arrests have been made every day since President Trump took office in January, on January 20th, and cracking down on illegal immigration continues to be a top priority for Trump.
The administration has sent troops and military aircraft to the southern border and deployed people from multiple federal agencies to assist with the effort.
Now taking a live look at the White House, where the Trump administration is dealing with pushback against the effort to shrink the size of government. A federal judge has temporarily blocked the mass buyouts for employees, extending a deadline until Monday. That doesn't affect employees at USAID, who face a new deadline of their own.
NBC's Alice Barr shows us this is happening as the man who will oversee the government's budget cuts gets his day in Senate.
The stories of
This morning, the Trump administration's buyout offers for federal workers are on hold. A judge paused the cost-cutting effort to slash the federal workforce until a Monday hearing after employee unions filed suit. A senior administration official tells NBC News more than 60,000 workers out of the more than 2 million offered the deal have taken it. That's fewer than expected. And as the White House urged more to accept.
If they don't want to show up to the office, if they want to rip the American people off, then they're welcome to take this buyout.
Democrats are arguing the buyout money is not guaranteed.
My fear is these folks are going to get scammed and then be the first to be fired because they've raised their hands.
Already on the chopping block, the U.S. Agency for International Development. Two sources tell NBC News the nation's principal humanitarian aid agency will shrink from more than 5,000 workers to less than 300. Two unions have sued, arguing only Congress could decide that. While overnight, thousands of workers at the General Services Administration were warned of substantial cuts as the administration looks to reduce federal building space to match a smaller workforce. President Trump applauding the government downsize led by billionaire Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is helping us on it, and he's pretty good.
Democratic lawmakers promising to fight back, targeting next month's government funding deadline.
I don't see many Democrats being willing to say, hey, we're going to pass a budget that is going to just funnel money to Elon Musk.
President Trump met with congressional Republicans yesterday seeking to head off a government shutdown. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
We're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Yeah, coming up, detour dangers, why people living in Millville believe these signs that we're showing you here could be the cause of accidents.
Also, wage increase impacts as Maryland lawmakers try to present better pay for minimum wage workers. One business thinks the change would do more harm than good.
But first, unlikely helper fights fire. That's what the Milton Fire Department is saying they got before arriving at the scene here. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Why just dream of paradise when you can live in one? With a new in-ground pool from Pools & Spas Unlimited of Milford, you can turn your backyard into a personal oasis. We design and custom build every pool to fit your vision, whether it's vinyl, fiberglass, or concrete. From residential retreats to commercial wonders, we do it all. And with a transferable warranty, you can dive in with confidence. So why not make a splash and upgrade your backyard with Pools & Spas Unlimited of Milford?
On August 1st of 1924, my great-grandfather, Samuel E. Shockley, met in Willards with a small group of men to determine the advisability of opening a bank in Willards, Maryland.
Put yourself in their shoes. A train comes through town, there's horses and buggies, and the only way that they could allocate capital through this area of Wycomico County was to build a bank. It's an audacious goal.
They wanted to build a bank that could be used by the common man. So they met in the summer of 1924, and then by January they were ready to open the doors of the bank.
It's really rewarding to hear the stories of a customer who comes in and says, you know, your grandfather gave me my first loan.
Banking will always be about people. It will not be about machines, computers, cell phones. So as we move forward into the future of the Farmers Bank of Willards, we always have to remember that people come first.
What? You're taking the day off? Well, I guess I have to film by myself then. Now's the time. The time for what? The time to try something new here at Shooter's Choice. But why now? Because it's tax rebate season. But how will they learn firearm safety? They'll learn by taking one of our classes with our certified instructors.
With discounted membership starting at just $199, including free range time and discounts, it really is the time to try something new.
At Shooter's Choice, Delaware's first choice in firearms.
6:11 on this Friday morning. Still wet on the Boardwalk Plaza Cam, 46 degrees, but we'll be drying out after the morning rain. And we had those showers and thunderstorms rumbling through southern Sussex County into northern Maryland. But now that's offshore, we're starting to dry things out. The wind's starting to pick up out of the northwest now, as we do have a cold front that is sliding through Delmarva as we speak. And then that will dry us out for the day. 47 in Delmarva, 45 in Georgetown right now, 50 in Ocean City, 47 Indian River Inlet. Temperature's not climbing that much today. We've got a light northwesterly breeze. So what size coffee do you go with today? Well, I'm always going extra large with a little bloop of cream. You know, it's early.
When do you go small?
I never go small. Go big or go home. 49, breezy and cool as we go into the afternoon.
Thank you, Bob. One family home in Milton is in need of repairs after this fire you see here on your screen. According to the Milton Fire Department, when crews arrived on the scene, they found an unexpected helper. A broken water pipe had already started putting out the blaze. Officials continue to investigate what caused that fire, and fortunately, no injuries were reported.
Developing news out of Milford. That's where a Dagsboro woman is facing charges after a hit and run. Police say 35-year-old Stacy Weldon was arrested on February 1st. She allegedly drove a stolen car into several fixed objects on Southeast Front Street. Weldon is being held on a bond of over $16,000.
New this morning, ChristianaCare is announcing the recipients of its $1.6 million community investment fund. The organization says the money will benefit 25 nonprofits across Delaware. They say this year's recipients will focus on health improvement initiatives and addressing community needs. One of the organizations to accept part of this massive award is the Milford Housing Development Corporation. And Amazon could be on its way to becoming the world's largest retailer. This quarter, Amazon is expected to report $187 billion in sales. Walmart is forecasted to bring in $180 billion. But last year, Amazon made $638 billion in revenue, marking the first time the company surpassed $600 billion.
If you are hosting a Super Bowl party this year, you could budget about the same as last year for store-bought food and drinks. According to a Wells Fargo report, if you're feeding 10 people a spread of chicken wings, guacamole, chips, and beer, it'll cost you about $139. Now, while the cost of beer and some food items have gone up, the cost of others have gone down, which almost balances out the total.
Still ahead, wage increase impact. We'll tell you how one business thinks the proposed changes would not only increase pay, but also prices.
We're seeing some ripples on the water now on the FH Fur camera in Cambridge as the winds are picking up behind a cold front. It will be a drier Friday in store, then a yellow alert for Saturday. We've got a wintry mix on the way, then more unsettled weather into next week. A very active pattern. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on CoastTV.
This February, fall in love with safety and reliability, because at Gateway Subaru, we believe love means keeping you safe. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
A wet crawl space is a lurking hazard, inviting mold, rot, and structural worries. The answer is Brazier's Crawl Space Encapsulation. Our specialist tailors the solution to your exact crawl space. Our expert team cleans and upgrades your crawl space into a pristine, protected environment, and we only use April Air dehumidifiers, reliable and robust, complete with a 5-year warranty. Take the first step to a drier, safer home. Call Brazier's or visit our website. Your peace of mind is just one call away.
A job worth doing is worth doing well.
Family-owned Daisy's Well Drilling, serving the shore since 1941, with quality service, honest answers, and real solutions.
Whether it's an inspection, repair, or installation, or just a second opinion, we're here for you.
We appreciate all the thank you notes from our customers over the years. Prompt, courteous, honest, patient, professional. It's a pleasure to serve this community.
Call or click to connect with Daisy's Well Drilling.
Family-owned.
Community trusted.
Well done.
Your child deserves the best. When your child is sick, every moment counts. And the team at Tidal Health Pediatrics understands the urgency of such situations. Whether it's a sudden fever, a troubling cough, or another pediatric ailment, your child will be seen when they need it most. Schedule your child's appointment now at tidalhealth.org/findapediatrician or call 410-912-5785 because your child's health is our top priority. Tidal Health Pediatrics, compassionate care when you need it most.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
Time is 6:16. We're getting a live look at a not very bright scene there in Laurel, but we are looking at some wind gusts today, Bob, ahead of more wet weather tomorrow.
Indeed, Matt. We're seeing a little bit of daylight there on the camera as the skies are clearing out after last night's rain. And we are looking at a drier Friday before it gets active again for the weekend. So the sunshine returns today. Enjoy it. It'll be short-lived. Pleasant and breezy. Temperatures near 50. Yellow alert Saturday. I think we'll see a mixed bag of sleet, freezing rain, snow, all changing to rain Saturday evening. So if you're out and about, the roads could get a little slippery at that time. Another storm possible next Tuesday and Wednesday with snow, ice, and rain all on the table. It depends on track. And then I think we're looking at another system after that into Thursday. A very busy pattern. We had a few thunderstorms roll through overnight. Salisbury had some heavy rain with lightning back through Ocean Pines, southern parts of Sussex County, north of Highway 9. No thunder for you, but we had a few showers. As that system is now moving offshore, we're starting to clear it out as a cold front is making its way through Delmarva now, pushing those showers well offshore. Here comes the cold front. Behind it, drier, breezy conditions for today. Even some lake effect snow downwind of the lakes in Pennsylvania and New York. So definitely some colder air. A secondary shot of colder air will be building in through the plains and then heading our way as we go into Saturday. Then we'll see another system developing that will bring us that mixed bag of precipitation later Saturday. But out the door, not bad temperature-wise. 45 Georgetown, 48 Bethany Beach, 45 in Rehoboth right now. The winds will be picking up out of the northwest, drying us out today, but making it feel chilly as we're heading through the mid-morning with low 40s. We'll see some clouds from time to time. Then those winds revving up, especially afternoon. Here's 12:30, mid to some upper 40s, maybe a 50-degree reading here or there. Otherwise, 40s, quite breezy as we go into the evening hours. Bundle up too, breezy and colder as we go through the overnight with 30s and then low 30s Saturday morning. We increase the clouds and we're looking at cold temperatures tomorrow, 30s to near 40 degrees. Here comes the snow as we go into the afternoon, maybe around Millsboro, Georgetown, and Lewis. We see the snow, and then that's going to transition to sleet and maybe some freezing rain. This is when the roads could get really kind of dangerous around 4 or 5 o'clock. And then we'll see some warmer air pushing in, changing all that frozen precipitation to just plain rain as we go into Saturday evening. It's going to be pretty miserable. Temperatures rising through the 30s. Then I think that rain should end very early Sunday morning. Skies clear out Sunday morning, and then it's breezy into the afternoon, and temperatures only in the 40s. As far as snowfall, a little bit, maybe northern Maryland, southern Sussex County, up to a half an inch, but maybe an inch or so near Highway 9 before that transitions to sleet. So a little accumulation of that, maybe a little bit of ice as well, inland Sussex County as well. So watch for that as we're seeing gusty winds today over 20 miles per hour. Then those winds will start to lighten up. Then we've got another system Tuesday with snow, a mix, and rain. This isn't etched in stone. It all depends on the track of the system. And then another system just before Valentine's Day with more rain into Thursday. Wow, what an active February pattern. 49 today. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Wintry mix Saturday. 40 degrees, dries out Sunday. Then we have more rain and snow Tuesday, 39. And then a little warmer Thursday with rain and 49.
Thank you, Bob. Entry-level workers in Maryland could soon see another increase in pay. Now, during Governor Wes Moore's State of the State address this week, he spoke about the enacted law that raised the minimum wage to $15 per hour. Now there's a new effort being pushed by Democrats and their supporters to continue those increases to $20 an hour by the year 2030. A similar hike has gotten into effect in California, and according to 600 small restaurant owners in that state, it did lead to higher food prices and laying off staff. That is similar concerns shared by one local business owner we spoke to.
So all foods, goods, and services, they're raising their prices for the employees, so now it's costing me more to bring that food into the store. It's costing me more to prepare that food, and all that has to transfer onto the menu cost or we're out of business.
Now, if this legislation does pass, it will then be voted on by Marylanders in the 2026 general election. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, should tips be taxed in Maryland?
And so far, 57% of voters say no, workers need it. 41% say yes, like other income, and 2% say only for high earners. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at coasttv.com or on our mobile app.
More to come this morning. Detour Dangers will tell you why these signs are causing concern in Millville.
And if football is not your thing to do, don't worry. We have lots of ways to spend your weekend. We'll show you all the cool things to do this weekend. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Start the new year by adding value and function to your kitchen.
No cabinet tear out needed.
With Paul Davis, skip the hassle of a full remodel and get your dream kitchen now.
We reface your cabinets with 5 layers of high-quality hardwood in your choice of color.
That's new doors, drawers, and hardware, all for half the cost of a full remodel.
Completed in as little as 3 days.
Extended through February. Get half off labor, a free microwave, and pay as little as $100 per month. Call now to beat the spring rush.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Your smile is your first impression, so make it an unforgettable one. At Miles of Smiles Cosmetic of Salisbury, we specialize in creating beautiful smiles. Whether you're looking for a routine exam, cosmetic upgrade, or advanced dental care, we deliver the future of dentistry with a personal touch. We are transforming how oral care is delivered through advanced technology and personalized treatments. Call today and schedule your new smile consultation. Miles of Smiles Cosmetic of Salisbury. Beautiful smiles for a healthy lifestyle.
At Delaware Electric Cooperative, keeping the lights on is a team effort, and our team broke a reliability record in 2024. Members experienced a nearly 20% drop in outages, and our crews have never restored power faster. Our success is a result of dedicated engineers, careful planning, tree trimming, and the use of advanced technology that can self-heal power lines and equipment. And not only has Co-op power never been more reliable, it's also the most affordable in the state of Delaware.
Winter is here and it's time to stay cozy. But is your heating system ready to play its part? Don't roll the dice on comfort or safety. Call FH Fur for our $69 heating maintenance and safety inspection. We'll fine-tune your system so it's ready to tackle winter's chill. No sweat or shivers. With nearly 40 years of trusted service, FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical are the pros who've seen and fixed it all.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
In Millville, Substation Road has been under construction since October of last year. And on your screen is a detour on Burbage Road and Substation Road, where the detour sign is actually on the shoulder. But the one on Beaver Dam Road and Substation is causing problems for people who use that road every day.
It's causing everybody to cross over the double yellow lines and possibly get into an accident with oncoming traffic.
Brown also told Coast TV just yesterday morning his neighbor almost saw an accident caused by that detour sign being in the middle of the road. And Matt, this morning it was about 15 degrees warmer than yesterday morning.
Yeah, shame on me for not paying attention. I went with a heavy winter jacket today, and I walked out. I'm like, oh, it's a bit warm here.
This is bad.
It is gloomy though, Bob. It's gloomy.
It is a little gloomy, but that will improve with time. We have a cold front coming through right now, and that will clear us out, but it will be a breezy day. So we have a small craft advisory kicking in this afternoon at the beaches. Assateague and Chincoteague, you're mainly in the 40s, maybe close to 50, but it's going to be feeling colder with that breeze with a mix of sun and clouds. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, you're in the 40s to near 50, and it does get breezy. Cambridge the next 3 days, dry today. Then we have that wintry mix tomorrow. Watch for that. It dries out on Sunday. And similar conditions for Crisfield. Yellow alert for tomorrow and more storminess as we go into next week as this active pattern continues. Much more in your forecast coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you, Bob. Well, watching the Super Bowl is not the only cool thing to do this weekend.
Yeah, Christine DeRobertis of Coast TV has a lot more options to tell you about.
If you like music, history, or just being outside, there's plenty of ways to make the most of your weekend. Wake up bright and early Saturday and head to Cape Henlopen State Park for Trails Day. It's a monthly event where you can do your part to help keep the state park clean and beautiful. Or head to the Milford Public Library and learn about the history of the Tuskegee Airmen. Hear stories of the pioneering black aviators, determined politicians, and far-sighted educators. In Millsboro, Mary Mother of Peace Church will be hosting a four-hand classical music concert at 4 p.m. on Sunday. If you still need to get that special someone something for Valentine's Day in Lewis, you can learn how to make a sailor's valentine at the Zwannendale Museum. And don't forget, episode 3 of The Swift Effect airs at noon Saturday right here on Coast TV. For more details, head to coasttv.com and check out the Cool Things to Do article.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
I've needed a new left hip for about 15 years. The last 2 cortisone shots I got were bone on bone, and they didn't last 6 months. They lasted maybe a month. I was in a lot of pain. The staff at the Joint Surgery Center at Atlantic General Hospital were incredibly helpful. I was back to work 2 days short of a month, which I found amazing. You learn to trust people when you get good care.
Start your journey to relief today. Atlantic General Hospital, expert care every day.
At BSD, we're often asked, what is the most important investment of your home? It's your windows and your kitchen. Our Anderson window experts will help you choose and install the perfect budget-friendly replacements. Anderson windows from BSD will improve energy efficiency and curb appeal. Anderson is the #1 trusted window and door brand, backed by the best warranty in the industry. Visit one of our design studios to bring your dream kitchen to life. From inspiration to installation, BSD has you covered.
I've been thinking about renovating my garage floor, and suddenly I'm seeing signs everywhere. The universe keeps hinting, even at my local gas company. Pinnacle Concrete is everywhere. And again, multiple signs at the print store. The signs are too strong to ignore. It's time to call. With so many options, my dream is taking shape. And now, I'm not just seeing signs, I'm living proof. Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
Is your home ready for the cold? Stay warm and worry-free with North Star Heating and Air Conditioning. The Eastern Shore's trusted name in heating and cooling, offering 24-hour service, free estimates, and expert technicians. We handle plumbing, electrical services, and water heaters too.
Family owned, on the shore for 26 years. We're not new, we're just the best.
Call or visit online today to save 30% with a North Star maintenance contract.
If you get lost, follow the North Star, the fastest service on Delmarva.
Now on Coast TV News.
We saw some showers and thunderstorms overnight, but now a cold front is clearing us out to give us a nice end to the week. Another system brings a wintry mix on Saturday with a yellow alert for messy conditions. Details coming up.
Road rule reform, the bipartisan bill in the Maryland General Assembly designed to help in the investigation of deadly crashes.
5 Points Progress questions. We look at the big project for Coastal Highway and the concerns that it's not moving as fast enough to deal with ongoing traffic issues.
Third term try, the announcement coming from Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings.
This is Coast TV News Today.
February 7th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us.
We're approaching 6:30 on this Friday morning. Super Bowl pick time, everybody. I think I tipped mine yesterday.
We both did.
I'm going with Saquon Barkley having a big game and an Eagles win. Elisa, are you joining me on that Birds bandwagon?
I am.
Yay!
It's really hard to admit it, but I'm rooting for Philly.
Okay.
I've never rooted for Philly in my entire life.
So this is breaking news, folks.
This is a lot. This is a lot for me. But Bob, I think we know your pick as well.
I am with you, Elisa. I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm a Jets fan, but I think the Eagles will pull off a victory. Much to the joy of our producer, Alyssa. I'm sure she's very happy, a big Eagles fan. She is. We are looking at storms that rolled through overnight, Salisbury to southern parts of Sussex County. It was heavy rain and lightning for a while, but that is now long gone. We're starting to clear the skies out. Just looked outside. It is crystal clear now as a cold front is sweeping through Delmarva. We're going to be seeing winds picking up from the north and west as we go through the day, and we do dry it out for one day before we start to see a wintry mix building in on Saturday. 46 in Delmar now, 48 Bethany Beach, 45 in Rehoboth. So it is cooling down a little bit as a cold front is moving through. Ocean Pines, 45, and the winds are picking up from the northwest. They'll get gusty throughout the day. So this morning we're looking at maybe some places dipping into the 30s before they bounce back into the 40s by 11:30. Maybe a few clouds and chilly temperatures in the mid 40s and a chilly breeze, and maybe some places touching 50. Otherwise, 40s this afternoon, breezy, and then turning colder as we go into this evening. Here's your drive cast. We still have some wet roads, but they'll dry out quickly as the winds pick up this morning. I gave it the yellow light there. Then for the afternoon and evening commute, much better. Green light, breezy, and chilly conditions.
Thank you, Bob. Happening today, a potential requirement for drivers involved in deadly crashes. There's a bipartisan bill being debated in Maryland State Senate right now, and it would require drivers who are involved in an accident that results in the death of or a life-threatening injury of another person to submit a breath and blood testing for impaired driving. Lower Shore State Senator Republican Mary Beth Carrozza is one of the bill's sponsors, and this afternoon's hearing takes place in the Judicial Proceedings Committee.
Also new this morning, the Maryland State Police say they are increasing efforts this Super Bowl weekend. Troopers are attempting to deter aggressive drivers. According to state police, all 23 of its state barracks will be on alert along the big roadways. On the Eastern Shore, troopers say they are focusing on routes 50 and 13.
Ocean Pines plans to add new electric signs in the town, similar to the sign near the entrance of the north entrance. The two new signs will be informational messages for the Ocean Pines community, and the Ocean Pines Association plans to add the signage to Manklin Creek Road and Cathedral Road in the near future.
Road repairs and reaction from people who drive on them. We've been talking about DelDOT and their projects for quite some time now. We even covered their meeting with Sussex County officials last week.
And part of that discussion were some heavy doubts or concerns among the work being done on these projects. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us how some people on the coast think the improvements are taking far too long.
Rough, rocky roads. That's the scene on some of our Sussex County streets and intersections like Mulberry Knoll Road and the 5 Points intersection in Lewis right now. Through meetings, workshops, and discussions, DelDOT has been working to make repairs and fix some of these issues. Christopher Gordy lives in Lewis. He told Coast TV while these projects are good, they have been slow to start.
I think, like I said, DelDOT's been doing a good job. It's just maybe the planning wasn't the greatest.
But Gordy stays optimistic.
We're not having as much influx in the summer as we used to. You know, it's starting to be pretty busy year-round. So yeah, I think as we get more used to the changes, it'll be okay, I think. Yeah.
The biggest part of the discussion came from Sussex County officials at a recent meeting. County Administrator Todd Lawson voicing his concern, saying DelDOT needs to, quote, move ahead with road improvement projects that have failed to progress to design or construction. Lewis local David DeReamer, however, is happy with the work and thinks these projects are on a good pace.
I have no complaints about that, especially with the construction. I think it's a fantastic job they're doing, and the new circle will be definitely an improvement.
But it's not just the 5 Points intersection that needs the most attention. Take a look at Mulberry Knoll Road, for instance. If you look right down here, you'll notice a huge pothole, rocks coming out of the ground, and the cracks go all the way down to the end of the road. And DelDOT told us that these types of smaller projects are what they're looking to do before they do anything major with the 5 Points intersection. DelDOT says it's working with Sussex County to make these roads drivable and more accessible year-round. For CoastTV News, I'm Brendan Conroy.
And DelDOT officials say they are taking their time with the projects rather than rushing the process. They want to make sure all details and plans are figured out.
We are just over a month into the new terms for the president, members of Congress, and statewide elected officials. But now we are learning that the woman holding one of the top positions in Delaware is already gearing up for 2026. Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings announced that she will seek a third term. The last three-term AG in Delaware was former Sussex County Superior Court Judge Jane Brady.
Now taking a live look at the White House, Washington, D.C., as President Donald Trump faces pushback from Democrats on his immigration efforts.
And happening today, a Massachusetts judge is considering a lawsuit from multiple states. It challenges an executive order on ending birthright citizenship for the children of some immigrants. The administration is bringing its own lawsuit against officials in Illinois, Cook County, and Chicago. It argues law enforcement there must turn over undocumented immigrants to ICE, even if their only crime is being in the U.S. illegally.
Let us know when you release them, let us be there. Let law enforcement work for law enforcement.
There are responsible judges inside the judiciary who I think are taking on the Trump administration.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is set to visit Guantanamo Bay Naval Base today, and Trump wants to house thousands of immigrants in its migrant detention facility.
We have an update on the deadly flight collision in Washington, D.C. According to Unified Command, all 67 victims who died in the aircraft collision over the Potomac River have been recovered and positively identified. Recovery teams hope to lift the Army Black Hawk helicopter from the water today. And we still have a lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, egg price problem. We'll tell you why high prices may not be the only issue facing customers along the coast.
Also, Blue Raider Bomber, the three-point barrage by Woodbridge that helped them get a key conference win.
And players are preparing for football's biggest game. We'll show you what top players from the Eagles and the Chiefs are saying with less than 72 hours to kick off. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
The doctors of Delmarva Chiropractic take great pride in offering the finest, most individualized care to their patients and stay on the cutting edge of healthcare and clinical interventions. As winners of Coastal Style and Metropolitan Magazine's Best Chiropractors for 7 years in a row, Doctors Lane, Brown, and Taylor help with conditions such as back pain, sciatica, headaches, concussions, dizziness, and much more. The clinic also offers laser therapy, decompression, acupuncture, and custom orthotics. Call Delmarva Chiropractic today and take the first step toward achieving your maximum potential.
The sound you hear is your house being eaten away by termites. When you've seen one, it's already too late and the damage has begun. To avoid permanent damage and to keep your home protected for years to come, call the specialist at Bennett Termite and Pest Solutions. We have the tools, technology, and experience that has raised the termite control and treatment standards on Delmarva. Call the experts at Bennett Termite today.
Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
When facing divorce or custody battles, it can feel overwhelming, but really, it's a new beginning. I'm Rebecca Anderson, family law attorney at Tunnel & Razor. With over a decade of litigation experience, I will handle your case with care, compassion, and strength. I fight for what matters most: fair custody arrangements and equitable divorce agreements. When it's time to protect your family's future, you need a lawyer who means what they say. I'm Rebecca Anderson with the team at Tunnel & Razor. Let's focus on your future together.
Are you tired of rust stains, funny smells, and floaties? Are you concerned about contaminants in your water? City or well, call Shore Water Refining. We'll perform a comprehensive water analysis and offer a cost-effective solution in less than 48 hours. From whole house systems with water softeners designed for Delmarva to reverse osmosis bottle quality water right at your sink. Shore Water Refining, family owned and operated for over 50 years. Call or visit us online at shorewaterde.com today.
It is exactly 6:39 on our Friday morning. We're clearing out the skies. Telling Razor Cam 44 in Lewis right now. The breeze is picking up as a cold front's moving through. Temperatures are dipping a little bit now, low to mid 40s, some upper 40s at the beaches, and the winds will be picking up as well, and they'll get gusty throughout the day. We had some storms overnight. Those have since moved offshore. Now we're looking at clear skies, and it's going to be a nicer day, a drier day, as the cold front is moving through and the northwest winds kick in. Today's checklist: don't need the rain gear. Watch for wet roads early. Make sure you drive with caution too. It will be breezy this afternoon. Make sure you have a warm beverage and the sunglasses as well. And in case you missed it, William D. Nicola from Millsboro is our umbrella winner today, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling and Coast TV.
We have another scam to tell you about. An advertisement's been circulating on Facebook falsely claiming to offer vendor spaces for a fee. It's promoting a spring festival at Cape Henlopen High School. But this is bogus, according to officials and local authorities. Those who have paid to reserve a vendor spot are urged to contact their local police department to report the scam.
A Jim Crow-era relic in Ocean City is still awaiting some much-needed love and care. Restoration work on the Henry Hotel was supposed to start a few months ago, but that work has been delayed, and the foundation is still working to save the building, and they are optimistic. However, the hotel has made some headway so far, receiving 3 state grants that will help kickstart the much-needed renovations. The president of the hotel is hoping the work will start within the next 3 months.
Christiana Care announcing the recipients of its $1.6 million community investment fund. The organization says the money will benefit 25 nonprofits across Delaware, and they say this year's recipients will focus on health improvement initiatives and addressing community needs. One of the organizations to accept part of the award is the Milford Housing Development Corporation. That focuses on affordable housing.
We are now taking a live look at where all of the action will take place on Sunday. The kickoff to Super Bowl 59 has started, and it's just a couple of days away. And the Kansas City Chiefs are looking to win their 3rd in a row, while the Eagles are looking for revenge after losing to the Chiefs 2 years ago in the big game. New Orleans is hosting the game this year, and the city knows a little bit about throwing some big parties, but for the Chiefs and the Eagles, this is a business trip with the planning and practice just about over now. Players on both teams are anxious to get to game time.
All about your focus. It's all about keeping the main thing truly.
I think more than anything, it's just to be able to win. I know that sounds easy, but to be able to win with the team that's around you is something that's special and that the greatest do.
Both teams are looking for greatness, and fans are looking to have a great time.
Speaking of a great time, the Big Game's big performer also gearing up to take the field on Sunday. Kendrick Lamar, who is still soaring after his sweeping win at the Grammys, will perform at halftime. And during a press conference on Thursday, he noted how representing rap and culture is something he has worked very hard for.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
This time, 2 weeks from now, we will know which 2 teams are playing for the Henlopen title in boys basketball. Last night was an important one. Lake Forest trying to keep pace with the best at 9-6. Woodbridge with the win would move within a half a game of the Spartans in the South. First quarter, Malachi Hayes pulls up, banks in 2, and the Blue Raiders lead to start. Smarty's turn. Darius Miller of Lake Forest from the elbow. Tough make. It's 4-2. Lake in front. Back to Woodbridge. Markel Clark to Dedrick Jones. Puts the lay up and in. And the lead back to Woodbridge. 6-4 first quarter. Then Seth Young doing Seth Young things from way downtown. And then it's Miller time in Felton. Playing high above the rim where only he can climb. Slams it home. 15-12 Woodbridge after 1. Second quarter. Young driving baseline. The layup is good. 17-14. Woodbridge still in front. And the Raiders would respond from deep. Emmanuel Miles Martin, he had his imprint all over this game from downtown. 24-21 in the third quarter. Young helping Lake keep pace. Spartans now in front, 25-24 in the third. In the fourth, Young cooler than the other side of the pillow from deep, but Woodbridge would respond. Isaiah Giles with 11. Miles Martin finished with 16, and he powers Woodbridge to the win, 49-41.
And coming up tonight on DSN, your game of the night at 8:30, it's Early College High School facing off against Indian River in girls basketball. Then a recap of all of that action will be on the final score at 10:30. And for your exclusive games on DSN Plus, along with that game of the night at 4 p.m., you can watch a Parkside takes on James M. Bennett in wrestling. Then in girls basketball, Delmarva Christian faces Middletown at 4:15. Also in girls basketball, Mardella takes on Parkside at 5 p.m. And lastly at 5:30, Holly Grove plays Greenwood Mennonite in boys basketball.
This Saturday, DSN will also provide special coverage of the NCAA lacrosse game at the stadium in Baltimore. You can watch that game live on DSN at 11 a.m. and stream it on DSN Plus.
We've got sunrise at 7 o'clock on the nose, and looking at brightening skies, beautiful sunrise in progress on the Boardwalk Plaza Camp, 45 in Rehoboth. We're drying it out today, and it's short-lived because we've got a yellow alert for Saturday with a wintry mix expected, and more unsettled weather into next week. A very active pattern on the way. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert Weather app today.
Severe weather can take a toll on your roof. Don't wait until it's too late. Reinvest your tax refund into your most valuable asset, your home, with a new roof from Spicer Brothers. Experience unmatched protection and durability with top quality materials and expert craftsmanship you can trust.
Have total confidence in your investment with our price match guarantee and our done right guarantee. For a limited time, get 50% off installation plus financing options as low as $99 a month.
Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Is your home's heating system keeping you comfortable or leaving you in the cold? At Shagrin Home Comfort Products, we carry the latest in comfort innovation. Variable speed heat pumps and furnaces from Lennox. Like adjusting a dimmer switch to only use the light you need, variable speed technology delivers just the right amount of heat, saving you energy and maximizing efficiency. Ready to take control of your home's comfort and reduce your energy costs? Stop in one of our local showrooms or give us a call at 302-644-7700 to see how Shagrin Home Comfort Products can warm up your home.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mandalis.
And I'm Chase Brockstead.
Doing things the right way and exceeding our clients' expectations have always been the cornerstones of our practice.
Case by case, one client at a time, we stayed committed to our goals and methodically built our team. We handle cases big and small, and we are proud to say that we have recovered more than $1 billion for our clients.
With the right lawyers, justice isn't a promise, it's a guarantee. Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico.
RightLawyersRightNow.com.
The weather is brought to you by Royal Plus. In disaster's wake, there's only one call to make.
It starts small, just a drip. But when tragedy strikes, it doesn't wait for you to be ready. Whether it's a natural disaster or an everyday life mishap. In disaster's wake, there's only one call to make. Royal Plus Disaster Cleanup. Visit us at royalplus.com to learn more.
The time is now 6:47 and we are taking a live look outside at Rehoboth Beach this morning. And Bob, that sun starting to come up above the water there. It's beautiful, a little bit warmer than yesterday morning, but still not totally comfortable outside.
Yep. Absolutely, and the sun's coming up earlier and earlier, and a beautiful sunrise for sure, Lisa. And it is cooling off a little bit. We've got a cold front coming through, and we've got one dry day before the weather turns again, moving into the weekend. Sunshine today, pleasant and breezy. Temperatures in the 40s to near 50 degrees. Yellow alert is back Saturday. Sleet, freezing rain, snow, back to rain. Kind of messy into the afternoon and evening. More on that coming up. And then another storm next Tuesday, Wednesday. Snow, ice, and rain all on the table. It really depends about the track. And then there's another system that will be moving in on Thursday, a very busy weather pattern. We had a little system that brought some storms last night from Salisbury into southern parts of Sussex County around Millsboro, Ocean View, and Ocean Pines. We had some heavy rain and lightning, but that is now well offshore as we're looking at a cold front sweeping through Delmarva now, taking the moisture with it. You see those storms are well offshore, and behind it, we're going to get into a breezy pattern today. It does dry dry out. And then colder air behind a second front, reinforcing cold air. That will build in for the weekend. Then eventually we're going to see a system developing to our west, and then that will bring us that icy mix as we go into tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 40s right now, except Seaford, 42 there, 43 in Milton. Winds are light out of the northwest now, but they'll be picking up with time, and we'll see those winds picking up too by noon into the mid 40s, maybe close to 50 by 2 o'clock or so. We'll see some clouds as well, then breezy and chilly as we go through the overnight. Moving into your Saturday morning, temperatures below freezing, clouds increase, and I think we're maybe close to 40 for a high, but mainly 30s as we go into the early afternoon. Here's some snow breaking out into parts of Sussex County, and then you see this peach color. That is sleet and freezing rain, and the roads could get pretty dicey into the afternoon and slippery, so keep that in mind. Then some warmer air starts to build in, changing that wintry precipitation to rain as we go into Saturday evening as temperatures rise to the 30s. It's a cold rain, and then that should wind down as we go into early Sunday, and then we're looking at clearing skies as we go into the afternoon on Sunday, but it will be cold. We definitely could see maybe up to an inch of snow or so in Sussex County, lesser amounts to the south. Then that changes to sleet, maybe a bit of a glazing situation from Salisbury up to Georgetown, a little bit of ice away from the coast as we have the breezy winds for today. Then they will start to back off with time. Another system Tuesday with a mix of rain and snow. Changing the rain depends on the track with that system, and then another system brings rain on Thursday, a very active pattern drying out for Valentine's Day. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 49 today, and then the yellow alert Saturday for that wintry mix in the afternoon and evening. 46 Sunday, and then another rain and snow event on Tuesday, 39. Warms up a little bit by Thursday with more rain and a high of 49.
All right, thank you, Bob. The bird flu is still in full swing across the country, and for here on the coast, that's making an impact with local markets and their egg supply. Lloyd's Market in Lewis says that 2 out of their 4 suppliers simply have had no eggs to give them over the last couple of weeks, so they've turned to more local options. More than 13 million hens across the country have been lost or slaughtered since December after the bird flu outbreak, and that's according to the Agricultural Department.
Eggs are a staple, so you got to have eggs in your house. So we tried to make it as affordable as we can, but you also can't give them away, and the pricing and getting them is hard.
Holohan says he's had many customers tell him they've had to hold off on buying eggs due to the price increase.
Around the end of January, Denmark and the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Wildlife Services expanded statewide efforts to collect sick and dead snow geese and other wild birds affected by the bird flu outbreak. The goal is to monitor the spread of bird flu as a highly contagious virus, and the public is urged to report sightings of sick or deceased wild birds to Denmark's wildlife section using its online reporting form. However, not all reports will receive a direct response. Denmark representatives may follow up if additional details are needed. And the time is now 6:51, so we're going to check in with our Coastal Pet of the Day.
And this hour, today's Coastal Pet comes to us from the Brandywine Valley SPCA. On your screen, that is Queen of Spades. Her Majesty is a sweetheart who loves to go on walks. She loves treats and fun activities that give her mental stimulation. Quite a great-looking picture there. If you want to adopt the Queen or any other lovable pets, head on over to the Brandywine Valley SPCA. Somebody's got to adopt
I
Queen.
know. We want to see more of your pets on Delmarva, so send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
And you can scan the QR code at the top there, get your friends to us, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
Queen is very cute and definitely donning that beautiful doggy jacket there. We're looking at, well, breezier conditions on the Cambridge cam right now, 43 degrees, and we have a dry day today. It's short-lived, though, as a yellow alert kicks in for Saturday with the wintry mix expected. More unsettled weather into next week as our active February pattern continues. Your 10-day forecast is coming up next.
Ready to upgrade your drive? Visit buyatoyota.com or scan this QR code and start your journey today. Check out a Corolla, very affordable with unmatched efficiency and tech that keeps up with you. Your new Corolla is waiting with deals just a click away, like low 4.99% APR financing or lease across for just $299 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Go Glass.
Repair, replace, upgrade, or enhance. Go Glass is your go-to for everything glass, friendly and fast. From our Infinity insulated glass windows that we bake right here on Delmarva, to auto glass, and from shower doors to beautiful glass railings, even screen porches and patio doors. Go Glass is your one-stop shop for everything glass, friendly and fast. Online at go-glass.com. We're proud to be Delmarva's #1 glass company. Go Glass.
Accidents happen when you least expect them. Big or small, when accidents strike, things can get a little complicated. This is where the law office of Trap-Nickel steps in. Our experienced team fights for your rights, turning tough situations into significant compensation. If you've suffered an injury, claim the justice you're entitled to. The law office of Trap-Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
Why just dream of paradise when you can live in one? With a new in-ground pool from Pools & Spas Unlimited of Milford, you can turn your backyard into a personal oasis. We design and custom build every pool to fit your vision, whether it's vinyl, fiberglass, or concrete. From residential retreats to commercial wonders, we do it all. And with a transferable warranty, you can dive in with confidence. So why not make a splash and upgrade your backyard with Pools & Spas Unlimited of Milford?
It is 6:55 and it is time for the things you need to know before you go. There's a debate in the Maryland General Assembly over a bipartisan bill that deals with deadly car crashes. It would require drivers who are involved in an accident that results in the death of or a life-threatening injury of another person to submit breath and blood testing for impaired driving. Lower Shore State Senator Republican Mary Beth Carrozza is one of the bill's sponsors, and this afternoon's hearing takes place in the Judicial Proceedings Committee.
Ocean Pines plans to add new electronic signage in the town, similar to the sign here near the north entrance. The two new ones will be informational messages for the community. The Ocean Pines Association plans to add the signage to Mankland Creek Road and Cathell Road in the near future.
One family in Milton is in need of repairs after this fire you see destroyed their home. According to the Milton Fire Department, when crews arrived on the scene, they found an unexpected helper. A broken water pipe had already started putting out the blaze. Officials continue to investigate what exactly caused that fire. Unfortunately, no injuries were reported. And the time is now 6:56. We're going to get a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Yeah, like Blake Shelton, Bob, we're bringing back the sunshine.
Yes.
What?
I'm not familiar with that song, but
references.
yeah, I like it. Yeah, we're bringing back the sunshine, and we're looking at drier conditions as we go through the day. A good-looking Friday. Enjoy it because we've got more nasty weather heading our way Saturday, but we're slowly warming through the 40s. A mix of sun and clouds, breezy conditions, gusting up to 30 miles per hour times. Around 48. I'm going around 49 today. Some places might touch 50. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Buckle up. We've got a busy pattern on the way. Active weather, a mixed bag of precipitation, a wintry mix Saturday. Sleet, snow, freezing rain, slick conditions on the roads later in the afternoon, changing terrain. It dries out Sunday, and then we're looking at another system promising more rain and snow on Tuesday, 39. More rain Thursday. It dries out on Valentine's Day. That's good, 41 degrees, and then it looks like, guess what? More rain as we go into next weekend with temperatures into the middle 40s. So a very active February pattern continues.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
Then we'll be back for Coast TV News midday at 11.
And for even more news and coverage you can count on, grab your phone, download the Coast TV News and Weather app. You'll probably need it for the next couple of days with the rain, the snow, the temperature dips. Good tool to have. I recommend it. Until Coast TV News midday, you have a great Friday morning, everybody.